The ocean stretches endless, swallowing the horizon, while you cling desperately to a small wooden raft drifting alone. Waves crash relentlessly, salt stinging your eyes, sun burning your skin, and thirst already tightening your dry throat. You ask yourself the chilling question, how long can I survive out here before the sea swallows me? The raft creaks beneath you, no sail, no motor, just fragile wood separating you from an endless abyss. Around you, only water, blue, merciless, stretching beyond sight, reminding you that survival is no longer guaranteed, only fought for. Seabirds circle high above, their distant cries mocking your helplessness, while each minute feels like an eternity of waiting. The blazing sun scorches your skin, reflecting off water like molten glass, pushing your body closer to heat exhaustion. You panic, heart racing, because you realize the ocean isn't just water. It's hunger, thirst, storms, predators, and time. Researchers have shown that dehydration kills within 3 days, while heat stroke may claim you in only a few hours. Long-term maritime records indicate most castaways survive less than a week without proper supplies, unless luck or skill intervenes. You taste salt on cracked lips, already feeling dehydration creeping in, while your brain screams for fresh water. According to field studies of stranded sailors, hallucinations from dehydration often appear within just 48 hours at sea. The psychological terror is equally lethal. Experts confirm panic decisions double mortality rates in survival situations like ocean drift. You clutch the raft's edge tighter, realizing panic is your first enemy, more dangerous than sharks circling below. Wildlife experts have noticed sharks investigate movement quickly, especially if splashing signals distress, turning curiosity into predatory aggression. Your breath quickens, fear whispers mistakes, jumping into the water, drinking seawater, or abandoning the raft. All paths toward death. Studies in Alaska rescue operations reveal 90% of ocean survivors succeed only because they stayed with flotation. But here's the mistake. You think seawater will save you. One swallow delivers salt overload, leading to kidney failure. You imagine cool relief, but instead your cells collapse. Organs shut down and death comes faster than from thirst. So you stare at the ocean, paralyzed by choices. Every wrong move accelerates death, but every right step means survival. First temptation strikes hard. You want to drink seawater, but science proves it's the deadliest mistake afloat. Researchers confirm that seawater's salinity is 3 times higher than human kidneys can process, accelerating dehydration instead of quenching thirst. Your tongue sticks to the roof of your mouth, begging for moisture, but one sip seals your fatal countdown. Survivors' diaries reveal countless sailors died, surrounded by water, their stomachs bloated with salt, their veins dried like sand. Another deadly instinct arises, jumping into the sea to swim toward an invisible shore, a decision nearly always fatal. Ocean rescue data shows disoriented swimmers last less than 2 hours before exhaustion, currents, or predators end their fight. You imagine freedom, but currents drag you miles away, deeper into nowhere, where no raft remains to save you. Sharks sense vibrations. Researchers in Hawaii observed they detect struggling prey from over a kilometer through specialized sensory organs. Splashing water with frantic strokes signals weakness, and suddenly the ocean becomes not just endless, but predatory and alive. The raft, fragile as it seems, is your fortress. Abandoning it leaves you exposed, stripped of your only defense. Wrong choice number 3. Eating raw fish or seabird meat without preparation, inviting parasites and severe food poisoning. Wildlife experts note raw ocean prey often carries bacteria like Vibrio, which causes vomiting, dehydration, and quick death without treatment. You imagine fresh energy, but instead your stomach cramps, water loss worsens, and your mind grows weaker under heat. Another mistake, ignoring the sun. Without protection, heat stroke overtakes your body faster than hunger, shutting down vital organs. Medical studies show core body temperature rising above 104 degrees F triggers brain damage, seizures, and organ failure within hours. You think lying exposed will conserve energy, but you're baking yourself alive on an oceanic frying pan. Survivors of the 1942 Carliston lifeboat tragedy reported hallucinations, blindness, and death after hours under direct tropical sunlight. You cover your face with trembling hands, realizing the very air around you has turned into a lethal furnace. Another fatal mistake. Despair. Psychologists warn hopelessness leads to giving up within days, even when survival resources still exist. Every wrong choice stacks like waves, each one breaking harder, each one pulling you closer toward the ocean's grave. Survival begins with the golden rule. Conserve energy, Stay with your raft and control panic before it controls you. Experts emphasize calm breathing lowers your heart rate, reducing water loss through sweat and keeping your mind sharper. You sit still, inhaling slowly, realizing every heartbeat saved is one more step closer to rescue or landfall. Step 1. Shelter. Your priority is protection from the sun, which kills faster than hunger or even thirst. Survivors recommend using clothes, raft fragments, or even seaweed to fashion shade and reduce direct sun exposure. According to U.S. Navy survival manuals, improvised shelters reduce sunstroke risk by nearly 50% during long ocean drifts. Step 2. Water. Without fresh water, death arrives quickly, so you must capture rain, condensation, or fish fluids. Researchers confirm rain collection devices, even improvised plastic sheets, can provide half a liter during tropical squalls. In absence of rain, condensation traps, using cloth to absorb morning dew or ocean mist, become life-saving techniques. Sailors of the Pacific War survived by cutting fish flesh, squeezing the juices, and drinking cautiously for hydration. Step 3. Signals. Increasing your visibility improves rescue chances. Reflect sunlight with mirrors, metal, or even polished shells. Field data shows rescuers spot flashes of reflected light up to 10 miles away under clear sky conditions. Smoke signals from burning oily rags or dried seaweed also create a lifeline if aircraft or ships pass. Step 4. Food. Hunger comes later, but energy must be rationed. Fish, seabirds, and plankton become vital calories. Survivors recommend catching fish with improvised hooks from raft splinters, cloth threads, or even bone fragments. Nutrition studies confirm small fish or plankton provide protein and essential salts, enough to keep you functional longer. Step 5. Mindset. You must replace despair with focus, visualize tasks, create goals, and avoid destructive daydreaming. Psychologists studying POW survival noted, goal setting improved endurance by 60%, even under extreme deprivation and isolation. So you create a checklist: shelter, water, signals, food, mindset, repeating it like a mantra to block hopeless thoughts. Each step feels small, but together they transform chaos into control, turning a drifting victim into a determined survivor. Hours pass, waves rise, and a storm builds. The raft shudders, threatening to flip you into black water. Wrong move, clinging upright and fighting waves. Survivors who resist often drown when the ocean violently tears rafts apart. Correct move: lie flat, tie yourself down with rope or clothing, and ride waves like floating driftwood. Researchers analyzing storm survival confirm reduced profile against wind and waves, increases raft stability by nearly 70%. Lightning flashes across the horizon, illuminating shark fins circling. Fear tempts you into splashing, but that would signal weakness. Right choice. Stay still, minimize movement, and keep limbs on the raft. Sharks usually lose interest without disturbance. Studies from South African coasts reveal most shark encounters end harmlessly when prey stops splashing and remains motionless. Days later, hunger gnaws your stomach. You're tempted to gulp raw fish, but sickness could end your survival. Correct method: slice thin strips, dry them under sunlight for hours, reducing bacteria and making jerky-like survival food. Ethnographic records show Pacific Islanders sun-dried fish for centuries, preserving protein even without salt or refrigeration. Another challenge strikes: night cold. The ocean radiates heat away, dropping body temperature dangerously while you shiver uncontrollably. Wrong instinct: curl up and sleep exposed. Hypothermia sneaks in, lowering core temperature until organs shut down silently. Right move: insulate yourself using wet clothes wrung dry, raft fibers, or even bird feathers trapped under rope. Medical case studies confirm even minimal insulation slows hypothermia progression, buying critical survival hours until sunrise. Days blur, thirst sharpens. Rain clouds finally gather, promising life. Wrong choice: open your mouth during rainfall greedily. Correct move: collect rain with cloth or containers first. Gulping too much at once triggers vomiting and water loss. According to naval survival data, controlled sips improve hydration efficiency by 40% compared to uncontrolled rapid drinking. Isolation claws at your mind. You're tempted to give up, stop signaling, and drift silently into ocean oblivion. Right response: establish routines. Check water, scan horizon, adjust shelter, repeat. Structure combats despair and extends mental resilience. Long-term observations of survivors prove routines cut psychological breakdown rates in half, keeping hope alive through endless drifting. The ocean feels endless, but survival is about persistence.
Each win
Each
keeps me
small
going.
victory edges you closer to eventual rescue. A distant plane hums above.
can't see
Wrong
like that.
instinct, waving wildly with bare
100%.
arms, invisible against the vast blue
0%.
horizon. Right move. Reflect sunlight using metal fragments, polished shells, or even wet plastic. Bright flashes seen miles from the air. Naval air patrols report mirror flashes spotted over 15 miles away,
They saw me.
rescuing survivors
It's working.
otherwise lost in endless waves. Days pass, your
Still
body
alive.
weakens, but persistence
Still
matters.
counting days.
Survivors often endure up to 40 days when managing resources carefully. Researchers studying the 1942 raft drift survivors noted,
History
mental
proves
focus,
the
routine,
smart
and
ones
rationing were the
make it
difference
home.
between life and death. Another wrong choice. Drinking all your rainwater
Wait,
at once,
no more rain for
leaving you
weeks?
helpless if no storm returns for weeks. Correct approach.
Discipline
Ration
keeps me
carefully.
alive.
Half a cup daily, stretching precious reserves into hope for rescue or landfall. The sea throws another test. Seabirds land on your raft. Wrong move. Chase them wildly, wasting energy and desperation. Right move. Remain still, snatch quickly,
Gotcha, man.
conserve energy,
Patience pays
and
off.
harvest both meat and feathers for food and insulation. Experts confirm seabird meat, dried properly, sustains protein
provides
needs while
if you
feathers
listen.
reduce hypothermia risks during chilling ocean nights. You realize every wrong
Every
instinct is
mistake was a
lethal.
teacher.
Every right move
Every
transforms the
smart
sea
move,
from
a
enemy
step towards
into
survival.
reluctant ally. Rescue may still be days away, but survival is no longer
chance.
luck.
I'm
It is
surviving by
knowledge,
choice.
discipline, and strategy. You repeat your
Shelter.
mantra.
Water.
Shelter, water, signals,
Signals.
food, mindset.
Food.
Each step anchoring you against despair and
Mindset.
drifting death. Slowly, hope builds. Even if no ship appears today, your skills keep you alive to face tomorrow. Researchers
Patience
emphasize
and
survival
focus,
at sea isn't
your
about
strongest
strength.
weapons at
It's
sea.
about patience, strategy, and resisting panic's deadly grip. The ocean hasn't beaten you yet. You're still alive, still breathing, still learning how to turn fear into survival. You whisper to yourself, every sunrise is proof.
One more right
Proof you made
choice.
one more right choice, one more day. A ship's
a
horn
ship?
echoes faintly on the
For real?
horizon. Your heart pounds, signaling that maybe, just maybe, rescue is near. So the question is, with knowledge in hand, the sea raging, would you survive being lost at sea on a raft?